Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is Thursday, a pretty beautiful day outside, but honestly, I haven't even looked out the window because I have been glued to my screen trying to process the absolute madness unfolding on our favorite show. Grab a coffee or maybe something stronger because we have a massive amount of drama to unpack today and I am still reeling from it all. So let's just dive right into the deep end because the writers have officially lost their minds in the best way possible. If you have been following the absolute train wreck that is the Will and RJ rivalry, you already know that things got physical. And by physical, I mean Will completely snapped under the pressure of hiding all those corporate secrets for Katie and Bill. And he just beat the living daylights out of RJ Forrester at the beach house. It was brutal, it was messy, and of course, it ended with Elektra throwing her necklace at Will and walking out on him for good. But if you thought a breakup was the worst thing to happen to Will this week, you are so wrong. Because Ridge Forrester is involved now, and Ridge does not play nice when his golden boy gets hurt. Ridge has been acting like a full-blown mafia don lately. We saw him corner Elektra, basically threatening her career if she didn't cut ties with Will, but now Ridge is taking it to the next level. He is threatening to drag Will into court for assault. He wants to press charges. He wants Will to have a police record. He wants to absolutely destroy this kid's life as payback for what he did to RJ, and honestly, part of me gets it. RJ was attacked. But another part of me is just rolling my eyes because Ridge is acting so high and mighty, completely ignoring the fact that his own family has done way worse over the years. But Ridge is out for blood. He wants Will locked up and he wants the Spencer family to suffer. But enter Dollar Bill Spencer. You guys, we haven't seen this level of ruthless, cold-blooded Bill in a hot minute, and I am here for it. The second Bill finds out that Ridge is threatening to throw his son in jail. The gloves come off. Bill doesn't do apologies. He doesn't do groveling. He does leverage. And he has the ultimate leverage right now. Bill marches right into the middle of this mess and slaps a deal on the table that is so incredibly toxic and manipulative that I actually gasped at my screen. Bill tells Ridge that he will make all of Ridge's current corporate nightmares go away. How? By forcing Hope Logan Spencer to leave Logan Creations and return to Forrester Creations. Wait, what? Yes, you heard me right. Bill is offering to rip Hope away from her massive, wildly successful new brand at Logan and hand her back to Ridge on a silver platter just to save his son from a lawsuit. And in exchange, Ridge has to drop all charges against Will and wipe the kid's police record completely clean. A clean slate for Will and a lifeline for Forrester Creations. Let's just take a massive step back and look at the sheer audacity of this deal. For weeks, we have been watching Hope agonize over leaving Forrester. We watched her suffer through panic attacks. We watched Brooke literally disown her and kick her out of the cabin. We watched Steffy drag her name through the mud. Hope sacrificed her relationship with her mother to launch Hope by Logan. And it worked. The launch was a spectacular hit. The media is obsessed. Deke Sharp's designs are flying off the shelves. Logan Creations is the hottest thing in the fashion world right now. And Eric Forrester's highly anticipated haute couture return, it is completely tanking. It is a financial disaster because Logan hijacked all the press. Forrester Creations is bleeding out. Steffi is in full-blown panic mode trying to do damage control, and Ridge is watching his family's legacy crumble. So Bill knows exactly what he is doing. He is looking at a desperate Ridge Forrester and offering him the one thing that can save his dying empire, Hope. If Hope returns to Forrester, the media narrative flips. The prodigal daughter returns, the hope for the future line is revived. Forrester Creations gets its spotlight back and the Logan threat is neutralized. It is a brilliant, evil, genius business move. But it is also the most disgusting betrayal of Hope I have ever seen. I just cannot get over how unfair this is to Hope. Let's be real for a second. Hope is a grown woman, a mother, a successful businesswoman, but in this storyline, she is being treated like a piece of property, like a bargaining chip in a war between two wealthy, arrogant fathers. She is just a pawn on Bill Spencer's chessboard, and the psychological damage this is going to do to her, it is going to be astronomical. Think about Hope's history with the Spencer family. She was married to Liam for years. Bill is her ex-father-in-law. She is the mother of Bill's granddaughter, Beth. Hope trusted the Spencers. When Katie and Bill pitched her the idea of coming to Logan, they promised her creative control. They promised her freedom from Steffy's constant bullying and Ridge's blatant favoritism. They promised her a safe haven. And now, the second Bill's biological son gets in trouble. Bill is ready to sell Hope down the river without a second thought. He is going to use his power, his money, and probably some ironclad contract loopholes to force Hope to abandon the brand she just built and crawl back to the family that hates her. How is Hope going to survive this? She is already on the verge of a total mental breakdown. We just saw Liam find her unconscious on the floor of the gallery because she was so traumatized by Brooke disowning her. And now she is going to find out that the man funding her dream is actually trading her away to keep his son out of jail. She is going to feel so deeply, profoundly betrayed. Not just by Bill, but by the entire Spencer family. I mean, where is Liam in all of this? Is Liam going to stand by and let his father use his wife like a poker chip? If Liam doesn't step up and punch his dad in the face for this, I am officially done with him. And what about Ridge? Oh my God, the dilemma Ridge is facing right now is actually incredible television. You have to give the writers credit for this setup. Ridge is a father who wants justice. He saw RJ's bruised and battered face. He knows Will is out of control. He wants to protect his son and punish the kid who hurt him. But Ridge is also the co-CEO of Forrester Creations. He is watching his father, Eric, suffer through a humiliating flop. He is watching his daughter, Steffy, lose her mind trying to save the company's stock prices. Ridge knows that if he sends Will to jail, he gets justice for RJ, but Forrester Creations might actually go bankrupt or lose its top-tier status forever. If Ridge takes the deal, he saves the company. He gets Hope back, he revives HFTF, and he secures the Forrester legacy. But if he takes the deal, he is selling out RJ. He is looking RJ in the eye and saying, "Hey son, I know you got beaten up, but the company's bottom line is more important than your justice." How is RJ going to react to that? RJ is already feeling insecure and competitive with Will over Elektra. If Ridge lets Will walk away scot-free just to get Hope back, RJ is going to feel completely abandoned by his father. The resentment is going to be off the charts. We might actually see RJ turn against Ridge, which would be a massive shift in their dynamic. And let's talk about Steffy for a minute. Steffy has been foaming at the mouth with rage over Hope's betrayal. She has been plotting ruthless revenge against Logan. So how is Steffy going to react when Ridge tells her, "Good news, I made a deal with the devil. Hope is coming back to work for us"? Steffy is going to lose her mind. She doesn't want Hope back. She wants Hope destroyed, but she also knows the company needs saving. The tension in that executive office is going to be so thick you could cut it with a knife. Steffy is going to have to swallow her pride and work with the woman she considers a traitor, all because Bill Spencer forced their hand. And what about Zende? Poor Zende. Ridge literally just promoted Zende to lead designer of Hope for the future because Thomas is out of the country. Zende was on top of the world, and then Hope defected, and his dreams were crushed. Now, if Hope is forced to come back, does Zende get to keep his job? Or does Hope demand that Deke Sharp comes with her? Because you know Hope isn't going to just abandon Deke after his designs made her launch a success. The corporate reshuffling is going to be an absolute nightmare. But honestly, the person I am most worried about in all of this is Katie. Katie Logan is the one who engineered this whole Logan launch. She is the one who poached Hope. She is the one who ruined her relationship with Brooke to make this happen. Katie thought she and Bill were a team. They were celebrating their massive corporate victory. So what happens when Katie finds out that Bill went behind her back and traded their star designer away to save Will? Yes, Will is Katie's son, and she loves him more than anything. She will be relieved that Will isn't going to jail. But she is going to be furious that Bill destroyed her business to do it. Katie is going to realize that in Bill's world, she and her company are always going to come second to his unilateral decisions. This could easily destroy Bill and Katie's relationship all over again. It just feels like this storyline is hitting every single character on the canvas in such a deep, personal way. The writers are weaving all these threads together: the fashion war, the teenage love triangle, the family loyalties, and it is culminating in this one ruthless blackmail deal. I keep thinking about Hope's mental state. She is going to be forced to walk back into the Forrester building, a building where everyone currently despises her. Eric is furious at her. Ridge thinks she has no morals. Steffy wants to end her. Even Elektra is mad at her because the Logan's secret ruined her relationship with Will. Hope is going to be walking into a lion's den, and she won't even have the comfort of knowing she chose to be there. She is being dragged back in chains forged by Bill Spencer. It makes you wonder if Hope is finally going to snap. We have seen Hope be the good girl, the victim, the peacemaker for years. But after being disowned by her mother and sold like livestock by her ex-father-in-law, maybe this is the moment Hope Logan finally turns dark. Maybe she goes back to Forrester Creations, but she refuses to play nice. Maybe she starts sabotaging them from the inside. Or maybe she teams up with someone unexpected to take Bill down. Because if I were Hope, I would be dedicating the rest of my life to destroying Dollar Bill Spencer. And you know, maybe I'm being too harsh on Bill. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. Bill is a father protecting his son. Any parent would go to extremes to keep their kid out of a jail cell, especially when they have the resources Bill has. Will is young. He made a terrible mistake in a moment of passion and crushing stress. Bill is just doing what Spencer's do, using his wealth to fix problems. But the collateral damage is just so massive. So what do you guys think? Is Ridge actually going to take the deal? I feel like he has to. Eric's legacy is on the line, and Ridge has always put Forrester Creations above everything else, even his own kids' feelings sometimes. I think Ridge is going to drop the charges, Will is going to walk free, and Hope is going to be dragged back to FC kicking and screaming. And the fallout is going to fuel this show for the next 6 months. I am so exhausted just thinking about all the screaming matches we are going to get next week. Brooke screaming at Bill, RJ screaming at Ridge, Hope crying and screaming at Liam. It is going to be chaotic, it is going to be messy, and I am going to be watching every single second of it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who is the biggest villain here? Ridge for threatening a kid with jail, Bill for selling out Hope. Or is it just the nature of the beast in Los Angeles? Stay tuned, guys, because this fashion war just turned into a hostage situation.